Now, listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 8. Question 1.
And now for tomorrow's weather. Partly cloudy in the morning for London and the southeast, but overcast by midday with rain in the afternoon. Temperatures will range from 11 to 19 degrees Celsius. There'll also be rain in the north, which will quickly spread to the rest of the country. Rain will be very heavy in some areas by late afternoon, especially in western and central England, and there will be strong winds over most of mainland Britain.
Question 2.
Hello, this is the Lost Property Office. There's no one here to take your call at present, but if you've lost something, please listen carefully to the following message. If you've lost valuables such as jewellery, cash or credit cards, you will need to contact your nearest police station as soon as possible to make a statement. In the case of a credit card, you should also contact your bank immediately. For any other items, please call in at our office between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m, Monday to Friday. Thank you.
Question 3.
Yeah, hello, yes, it's me. Look, I know I'm supposed to be in the meeting now, but something's come up. I feel dreadful about it, but oh, what a day this has been. First my train was delayed for half an hour, then... Anyway, I could still have got there, but would you believe it, my engine's packed in, and I'm stranded here next to the motorway until the breakdown service turns up. I'm so sorry.
Question 4.
Late last night, thieves broke into Maccannon Hall, where a collection of the late Lady Betty Baldridge's paintings, statues and antiques are on display to the public. The thieves, who disabled a sophisticated electronic security system, ignored all the less valuable paintings and pieces on display, taking only The Lonely Wanderer by Carl von Terbeck. The 1-metre-high bronze figure, which stands on a marble base, is regarded as the jewel of the Baldridge collection and is valued at over £5 million.
Question 5.
This isn't terribly difficult, but if you're one of those people who won't even change a light bulb, just call a breakdown service. Anyway, make sure you're safely off the road with your hazard triangle in place at least 20 metres behind you. Find the jack, spanner and spare, they should all be in the boot, and check the spare isn't flat too. Put the jack in place under your car, but before you begin to lift the side of the car, don't forget to loosen the nuts on the wheel. Then jack the car up, undo the nuts and take off the wheel.
Question 6.
Attention please. We would like to remind you that next Monday at 9 o'clock we will be having our yearly staff picnic. All staff and their families are invited to attend. Plenty of food and drink will be provided for everyone, and we will be having our famous barbecue. We will also have our annual fun and games. Prizes include a new DVD player and a holiday.
Question 7.
Due to problems with the lighting, the concert has to be postponed until Friday the 22nd. The concert will also be moved from Hall A to the larger Hall C. A bigger venue means a further 500 tickets will now be available, twice the original number. Because of the extra tickets, tickets will now be priced at the lower cost of $20.
Question 8.
In the event of a fire, please follow these directions. Stand up and walk towards the nearest exit. Do not run, and do not try to gather your things. When outside, wait for your teacher on the football field. Next week, we will have the first of our 2 annual fire drills. Thank you.
Come on, Holly. We're going to be late.
For what?
Today's the day of the parking space lottery. I want to see if I get a parking space for next year.
What? You mean if they choose your number, you get a place to park your car?
Yes. Parking is very limited. Only a few students can bring their cars, and freshmen are never allowed to park on campus.
If your number is chosen, do you get to park for free?
No, it costs $120 a year.
So you're hoping to win the privilege of paying money?
Yes, now come on.
Number 1. What are the people mainly discussing? Number 2. Which two statements are correct? Choose two answers. Number 3. What is the main thing that the man wants?
Hey, Alex, how's it going?
Okay, I just finished math class. Man, I hate math.
Why? It's easy.
Yeah, right.
I've got a secret that helps me in math class. Want to know what it is?
Okay, but it probably won't help me.
Listen and try it. Math is too abstract, right? Well, try to make it real for yourself. My secret is I think about numbers in math as if they were money.
Huh?
Yeah, I have had a hard time picturing numbers, but if I see the numbers as dollars and cents, then I can see them clearly in my head.
Really?
Yeah, for example, if the teacher says, "What is 853 minus 727?" I think of $8.53 minus $7.27. The answer is $1.26. 126. It's easy.
Hey, that's awesome. I'll try it tomorrow, thanks.
No problem. See you at the basketball game tonight.
See you.
Number 1. What is the man's problem? Number 2. What is the woman's main point? Number 3. What does the woman advise the man to do?
Hey, Lucy, are you going to watch any of the movies at the film festival?
No, I wasn't thinking of it. I have too much homework to do.
Aw, that's no fun. Can't you even take one night off? Your dormitory is so close to the Annenberg Center. It'll take you 5 minutes to get there.
Well, maybe I'll go to one.
How about tomorrow night? I can go then.
What movie is playing?
School of Rock. Have you seen it?
No. What's it about?
Well, it's a comedy, and it's really funny. It's about this guy who's really trying to make it as a rock star. He gets kicked out of his band and he really needs money. So he acts like he's somebody else to get a teaching job. Then he tries to turn his class into a rock band.
Sounds pretty crazy. Okay, I'll come see it.
Number 1. What is the topic of the conversation? Number 2. What is the man's main point? Number 3. What does the man want the woman to do?
Hey, Joe, where are you going? Are you on your way to class?
No, I'm on my way to the recreation center to play basketball. Want to come?
I can't. I'm not a member.
If you're a full-time student, membership is included in your tuition. Do you have your student ID card?
Yeah. Does that mean I can use any part of the rec center?
Yes. You can use the swimming pool, the gym, the weight room, anything you want. All you need to do is show your ID card at the door.
Hey, cool. I'll come with you.
Number 1. What is the topic of the conversation? Number 2. What does the woman decide to do? Number 3. What does the woman need to use the gym?
Okay, let's talk about animals we don't see in the winter. Many animals hibernate during the cold months of the year. Basically, they go to sleep. Some animals hibernate in holes in the ground. Others sleep in caves, under bushes, or at the base of trees. Bears hibernate. So do cold-blooded animals, like frogs and snakes. When animals are hibernating, it seems like they're dead. They have slow heartbeats, and they almost stop breathing. They have stored extra energy and fat to keep them alive. By the end of winter, they are very weak. They must eat soon after waking up.
1. What is the topic of the lecture? 2. How does the professor explain the places for animals' hibernation? 3. What is the main idea of the talk?
Track and field events happened long before they became a sport. The Sand people in Africa are one example. They still hold what's called a persistence hunt. The men find the tracks of an antelope herd. They find the antelope and follow them for several days and nights. During this time, they study the animals and choose one. Then the hunt begins. Only the fastest runner will go after the chosen animal. He and the animal may run for as long as 8 hours. If the hunter persists, the deer will finally get tired and fall. Then he'll slaughter it.
Number 1. What is the main idea of the talk? Number 2. How does the professor organize the information in the lecture? Number 3. What type of hunt is done by the San people?
If a play makes you laugh, it's a comedy. Comedies have humorous characters and happy endings. A good example of a comedy is Shakespeare's classic Much Ado About Nothing. Another popular style is called tragedy. Tragedies usually tell how a hero ruins his life, falling from good fortune to bad fortune because of a tragic flaw in character. One example is the play Ghosts by Henrik Ibsen. Modern years have produced a third style called tragicomedy. In tragicomedies, the play seems as though it will end in tragedy, but instead has a humorous or unclear ending. An example is St. Joan by George Bernard Shaw.
Number 1. Why does the professor mention the play by Ibsen? Number 2. What are the 3 types of plays mentioned in the talk? Number 3. Which is an example of a tragicomedy?
We all know that we can get vitamin D from sunshine. Long winters make it hard to get enough. People who don't get outside often don't get enough either. Without vitamin D, we may develop weak bones and teeth. We can get certain kinds of cancer more easily too. Few foods other than fish naturally have much vitamin D, so it's important to get some sunshine every day. But be careful. Too much can cause skin cancer. Notice what most animals that live outside all the time do. They are most active during the hours before sunrise and after sunset.
Number 1. What aspect of health does the professor mainly discuss? Number 2. What is the speaker's main point? Number 3. How does the professor emphasize her point about getting enough vitamin D?
Another name for the South Pole is Antarctica. This is a continent, but no people live there. There's a good reason for this. It's the coldest, windiest place on Earth. The lowest temperature ever measured was in Antarctica, minus 88 degrees Celsius. 98% of the ground is permanently frozen, and the continent contains 87% of the world's ice. Antarctica's only human occupants are scientists. They go there to learn how Antarctica used to be millions of years ago, when it was located at the equator. Antarctica used to be connected to Australia before all the continents on the planet shifted.
Number 1. What aspect of Antarctica does the professor mainly discuss? Number 2. How much of the world's ice is contained in Antarctica? Three. How does the professor emphasize that Antarctica is cold?